In the warm, tropical waters of the Maldivian archipelago, a natural phenomenon occurs that transforms the shoreline into a mirror of the heavens. This is the Sea of Stars, a spectacle of breathtaking ethereal beauty. As darkness falls and the waves gently lap the shore, the water begins to glow with an otherworldly blue light. Each ripple, each footstep on the wet sand, ignites a constellation of tiny, shimmering sparks. This is not magic but a remarkable biological process known as bioluminescence, a living light produced by countless microscopic organisms adrift in the ocean. The creators of this celestial display are a type of phytoplankton called dinoflagellates, specifically a species known as Lingulodinium polyedrum. These single-celled organisms are a vital part of the marine food web, but they possess an extraordinary defense mechanism. When disturbed by the motion of a wave, the stroke of a paddle, or a fish swimming through them, they release a flash of blue light. This sudden burst is thought to startle potential predators, acting as a kind of biological burglar alarm, sacrificing a few individuals to illuminate the attacker and make it visible to its own larger predators. The chemical reaction that produces this light is incredibly efficient. It involves a light-producing molecule called luciferin and an enzyme, luciferase. When oxygen is introduced into the equation, triggered by the mechanical stress on the organism's cell wall, luciferase catalyzes the oxidation of luciferin, releasing energy in the form of a cold blue light. It is a fleeting event, a flash lasting only a fraction of a second, but when millions of these organisms are disturbed at once by the rolling surf, the cumulative effect is a mesmerizing pulsating glow that paints the entire shoreline. This phenomenon is most common during periods of red tide, when the dinoflagellates bloom in massive numbers, turning the water a reddish-brown color by day. But it is at night that their true secret is revealed. The conditions must be just right: warm water temperatures, and a significant bloom of the phytoplankton. When they align, the ocean puts on one of its most enchanting displays, a silent, glittering conversation between the living world and the darkness, reminding us that even in the smallest of organisms, there exists a capacity for profound and startling beauty. Witnessing the Sea of Stars is an experience that connects one directly to the hidden, microscopic world that underpins all life in the oceans. To trail a hand through the water is to leave a glittering wake, a personal comet's tail of liquid light. Each disturbance, no matter how small, triggers a chain reaction of brilliance, revealing the incredible density of life floating unseen in every drop of water. It is a powerful, humbling reminder of the sheer abundance of life on our planet and the intricate and often invisible systems that sustain it, a world within a world. The timing of this event is unpredictable, adding to its mystique. It depends on a complex interplay of ocean currents, water temperature, salinity, and nutrient availability. While it is most famously associated with Badu Island in the Maldives, similar displays can occur in other parts of the world where conditions are favorable, such as in Puerto Rico, California, and Jamaica. But it is never guaranteed. It is an ephemeral gift from the ocean, a spectacle that may appear for a few nights and then vanish as the currents shift and the plankton bloom disperses back into the vastness of the sea. This natural light show serves a crucial ecological purpose beyond just defense. For some marine creatures, bioluminescence is used for communication, for luring prey, or for finding a mate in the perpetual darkness of the deep sea. The light produced by these dinoflagellates, however, is a more primal, reactive display. It is a testament to the constant, invisible struggle for survival that takes place in the ocean, a battle waged on a microscopic scale. The beautiful glow we see is, in essence, a collective cry of alarm, a beautiful consequence of a life-or-death moment. As the tide recedes and dawn approaches, the light show fades. The dinoflagellates, their internal clocks reset by the rising sun, cease their nocturnal illuminations and return to their daytime role of photosynthesis. The shoreline reverts to its familiar state, giving no hint of the cosmic display it hosted just hours before. The Sea of Stars remains a transient wonder, a fleeting reminder that our planet is filled with hidden marvels, waiting for the right moment to reveal their extraordinary, luminous secrets to those patient enough to watch. Deep within Croatia's mountainous heartland lies Plitvice Lakes National Park, a breathtaking world of 16 terraced lakes, cascading waterfalls and vibrant turquoise waters. Water sculpts this ever-changing landscape, creating a living canvas of color and life. Wooden walkways invite visitors to explore its crystal-clear depths and lush forests. Plitvice is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a fragile masterpiece where water and life are forever intertwined. In Venezuela's Canema National Park, immense flat-topped tepuis rise from ancient jungle. On Ollantaytambo Tepuy, the Devil's Mountain, the Churun River plunges nearly a kilometer as Angel Falls, the world's highest uninterrupted waterfall. The water's breathtaking drop creates a misty cloud, nourishing a unique ecosystem below. For the Paimon people, Karepakupai Meru is sacred, a symbol of nature's power and mystery. Angel Falls stands as a wild, irreplaceable wonder, demanding our awe and protection. Beneath the sprawling wilderness of the American West in the corner of Wyoming, a giant sleeps. This is Yellowstone, North America's first and most famous national park. But its serene forests and sweeping valleys sit atop one of the largest active volcanic systems on the planet. The entire park is, in effect, a massive caldera, the collapsed remnant of a supervolcano that erupted with unimaginable force hundreds of thousands of years ago. The heat from this immense magma chamber simmering just a few kilometers below the surface is the engine that drives everything we see. This subterranean fire manifests itself in the park's most iconic features, its geothermal wonders. Yellowstone contains more than half of the world's geysers, hot springs, fumaroles, and mud pots. These are the safety valves of the volcano, releasing immense pressure and heat from below. The most famous of these is Old Faithful, a geyser that has become a symbol of the park's reliability and power. With remarkable predictability, it erupts in a towering column of scalding water and steam, a dramatic and visceral reminder of the immense forces churning just beneath one's feet. But Old Faithful is just one of thousands of geothermal features. The Grand Prismatic Spring, in the Midway Geyser Basin, is a breathtaking spectacle of color. It is the largest hot spring in the United States, a vast pool of deep blue water surrounded by concentric rings of vibrant orange, yellow, and green. These colors are not geological but biological. They are created by vast mats of thermophilic bacteria and archaea, hardy microorganisms that thrive in the scalding, mineral-rich water. Each color represents a different community of microbes, adapted to a specific temperature range, painting the landscape with the very palette of life itself. This geothermal activity shapes the entire landscape. Rivers are heated to steaming, minerals are deposited in intricate terrace-like formations like those at Mammoth Hot Springs, and the ground itself hisses and steams through vents called fumaroles. The air is often thick with the pungent smell of sulfur, a constant primal scent that speaks of the planet's molten core. To walk through Yellowstone's geyser basins is to witness the raw, creative, and sometimes violent processes that have shaped our world, a direct connection to the geological heartbeat of the Earth. The heat from below not only creates geysers, it also sustains a rich and abundant ecosystem above. The geothermal warmth keeps some rivers from freezing and melts snow on the ground, creating vital grazing areas for animals during the harsh Rocky Mountain winter. This has helped Yellowstone become one of the greatest wildlife sanctuaries in the world, a place often referred to as the American Serengeti. Here, vast herds of American bison, creatures that once roamed the continent in the tens of millions, find their last, best stronghold, their shaggy forms a powerful symbol of the untamed American West. These herds of bison, along with enormous herds of elk, are the foundation of a complex food web. They are prey for the park's formidable predators. After being absent for nearly 70 years, gray wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone in 1995 in one of the most ambitious and successful conservation efforts in history. Their return has had a profound cascading effect on the entire ecosystem, restoring a natural balance that had long been missing. The presence of the wolf packs, their haunting howls echoing through the Lamar Valley at dusk, signifies a wilderness that is truly whole again. Yellowstone is also prime habitat for both grizzly bears and black bears. These powerful omnivores forage through the park's meadows and forests, their lives dictated by the changing seasons. In spring, they emerge from their dens to feed on winter-killed carcasses, and in late summer they feast on berries and moths to build up fat reserves for the long hibernation ahead. Their presence demands respect and caution from all who visit, a humbling reminder that here, We are visitors in their domain, and the rules are set not by us, but by nature. From the majestic bald eagle soaring over the Yellowstone River to the shy pronghorn, the fastest land animal in the Western Hemisphere, racing across the sagebrush flats, the park is a living tapestry of North American fauna. It is a place where life has been allowed to continue in its ancient rhythms, governed by the forces of fire, ice, and predation. Yellowstone is not just a park, it is a functioning ecosystem on a grand scale, a precious and irreplaceable window into the world as it once was, and a beacon of hope for what can be preserved when we choose to let nature lead the way. In Egypt's Farafra Depression lies the White Desert, a surreal landscape sculpted by wind and time. Once a shallow sea, it's now a blinding expanse of chalk, shaped into bizarre formations, mushrooms, animals, and inselbergs, by relentless sand-laden winds. Life persists here. Fennec foxes, gazelles, and hardy plants thrive against the odds. As night falls, the chalk glows under a sky ablaze with stars, revealing the desert's quiet, enduring beauty. Deep within the heart of Brazil, nestled in the Chapada dos Veadeiros National Park, lies a landscape so extraordinary it has been named after our celestial neighbor. This is the Vale da Lua, the Valley of the Moon. Its appearance is not the work of meteorite impacts or volcanic activity, but the patient, persistent artistry of water. For over 1 billion years, the waters of the São Miguel River have flowed over this ancient terrain, a river acting as a liquid chisel, slowly but surely carving one of the planet's most peculiar and beautiful rock formations. The rock here is predominantly quartz, one of the hardest minerals on Earth, yet it has yielded to the river's relentless flow. The water, carrying abrasive particles of sand and sediment, has acted like a natural polisher, smoothing, sculpting, and hollowing out the stone over geological time. The result is a bizarre and fascinating collection of smooth, gray rock formations that resemble the craters and contours of the lunar surface. The entire valley floor is a tapestry of sinuous curves, deep potholes, and interconnected cauldrons, all polished to a silky, almost metallic sheen. Walking through the Vale da Lua is an experience akin to exploring an alien world. The shapes are organic, almost fluid, as if the rock itself was once molten and flash-frozen in mid-flow. Small pools of crystal-clear water collect in the hollows, creating natural swimming holes that offer a cool respite from the heat of the Brazilian savanna. These emerald and turquoise pools contrast beautifully with the pale gray of the surrounding rock, adding vibrant splashes of color to the monochromatic, moon-like scenery. It is a geological playground, inviting exploration and contemplation in equal measure. The sound of the river is a constant companion here, a reminder of the powerful force that created this spectacle. In the dry season it is a gentle murmur, a peaceful gurgle as it winds its way through the stony maze it has created. But during the rainy season the river transforms into a raging torrent, its power amplified, continuing its slow, inexorable work of shaping the valley. This cycle of gentle flow and powerful flood is the very pulse of the Vale da Lua, the rhythm to which this ancient landscape has been sculpted for millennia. The Vale da Lua is not an isolated wonder but an integral part of a much larger and incredibly biodiverse ecosystem, the Cerrado. This vast tropical savanna is one of the richest of its kind in the world, and the valley acts as a unique microhabitat within it. The surrounding landscape is a mosaic of grasslands, woodlands, and twisted corkbark trees that are adapted to the region's seasonal fires and dry climate. This hardy vegetation provides a stark green and brown contrast to the smooth gray stone of the river valley itself. Life flourishes in and around the river's path. The crystal-clear waters support a variety of small fish, their darting movements visible in the tranquil pools. Brightly colored dragonflies and damselflies hover above the water's surface, their iridescent wings catching the tropical sunlight. The presence of water in this often dry environment attracts a wealth of wildlife from the surrounding Cerrado. Birds such as the toko toucan and the red and green macaw can often be seen in the trees that line the valley, their vibrant plumage a startling flash of color against the sky. The area is also a sanctuary for larger, more elusive animals. The maned wolf, with its long legs perfectly adapted for navigating the tall grasses of the savanna, may come to the river to drink. The giant anteater, a truly unique creature of the Cerrado, might be seen foraging for insects nearby. While sightings are rare, their presence underscores the ecological importance of this water source. The valley is more than just a geological curiosity. It is a vital lifeline, an oasis that sustains a complex web of life in the heart of the Brazilian savanna. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Chapada dos Veadeiros National Park and the Vale da Lua within it are protected areas of immense natural value. They represent one of the oldest and most diverse tropical ecosystems on the planet.